You ever check your bank account and think, wait, what? Like, you didn't buy anything crazy this month. You didn't book a last minute trip to Dubai. You didn't impulse buy a new iPhone. You cooked at home, mostly. You skipped a couple of dinners out. And yet somehow your balance is lower than you expected. Again. And you sit there staring at the screen thinking, where is it all going? It's not one big dramatic expense. It's not some financial emergency. It's just life. Little things. Subscriptions, upgrades, convenience, tiny swipes of a card that feel harmless in the moment. A coffee here, a delivery fee there, a slightly nicer version of something you already own. And somehow, at the end of the year, it adds up to around $2,000. Not in one painful hit, not in a way that forces you to pay attention, just a slow, quiet leak. And I spend way too much time thinking about money. Not just spreadsheets and budgets, but the weird psychology behind why we feel broke even when we earn more than we used to. Why some people build wealth almost quietly, while others stay stuck earning more and somehow never getting ahead. And the truth is, most people don't have a spending problem in the dramatic, obvious sense. They have something else, a lifestyle leak. Today, I want to walk you through the $2,000 lifestyle leak most people never notice, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And honestly, fixing it doesn't require extreme budgeting or giving up everything you enjoy. It just requires awareness. And that awareness, it changes how you move through your day. So let's talk about it. The leak doesn't start with luxury. It starts with comfort. Not luxury cars, not designer handbags, not five-star vacations. Comfort. Small upgrades that feel reasonable, deserved even. You get a raise, or maybe you don't, but your income stabilizes. Things feel okay. And slowly you begin to optimize your life for ease. You upgrade your phone plan because unlimited data feels safer. You add a second streaming service because everyone's talking about a new show. You switch from the basic grocery items to the better versions. You start ordering delivery instead of cooking because you're tired. Each decision makes sense in isolation, and that's the trap. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you add just 3 things: an extra streaming service for $15 a month, food delivery twice a week instead of cooking, adding maybe $20 each time between fees and tips, and a couple of convenience purchases like bottled drinks or snacks on the go, maybe $10 a week. That doesn't feel outrageous, that feels normal. But let's do the math. $15 a month is $180 a year. $20 twice a week is about $2,000 by itself. $10 a week is another $500. We're already way past $2,000, and none of that feels like overspending. That's the lifestyle leak. It's not painful enough to notice, but it's persistent. Why does this matter? Because most people try to fix their finances by looking for dramatic cuts. Sell the car, cancel everything, go extreme. But the real money is often hiding in the normal. So here's the first takeaway. Track your convenience spending for 30 days. Not to judge yourself, just to see it. Write down every time you pay for speed, comfort, or ease. Delivery, express shipping, ride shares instead of walking, premium versions of things. You might be shocked, and not because you're irresponsible, but because convenience compounds. The second leak is social comparison, and this one is subtle. You open Instagram, you see someone your age traveling, someone buying a house, someone posting about a new car, and you don't consciously think, I need that too, but something shifts. You upgrade your wardrobe slightly, you book a nicer hotel than you planned, you choose the higher trim version of the car because, well, it's only a bit more per month. It's rarely envy in the dramatic sense. It's more like calibration. We calibrate our normal based on what we see around us. And the problem is, we're not comparing ourselves to our neighbors anymore. We're comparing ourselves to the most curated moments of thousands of people. A friend of mine once told me he upgraded his apartment because he felt behind. Not because he needed more space, not because the rent was terrible, but because, in his words, everyone else seemed to be leveling up. The new place cost him an extra $300 a month. That's $3,600 a year. He didn't feel richer, he just felt less behind. And that's dangerous. Because lifestyle inflation driven by comparison doesn't improve your life. It just increases your baseline expenses. So what's the fix? First, limit exposure. Not in a dramatic delete all social media way, but notice how you feel after scrolling. If you consistently feel behind, restless, or inadequate, that's not neutral. Second, define your own version of enough. What kind of home actually supports your life? What kind of car gets you where you need to go? What kind of clothes make you feel confident? If you don't define that intentionally, the internet will define it for you, and it will always be more. The third leak is what I call subscription creep. You sign up for something free, it's 7 days, no big deal. You forget to cancel. Or maybe you don't forget, maybe you think it's only $12. Then there's another $12, and another $9.99, and another $20 for a tool you thought you'd use more. Individually, they're small. Together, they form a quiet tax on your life. I once sat down and listed every recurring payment leaving my account. Music, video streaming, cloud storage, fitness app, meditation app, productivity tool, news subscription, software, online learning platform. It was almost $300 a month. And here's the embarrassing part, I actively used maybe half of them. The rest were digital clutter. That's over $3,000 a year. And because they're automated, you stop feeling them. There's no friction, no decision point, no emotional resistance, just a quiet withdrawal every month. So here's a simple exercise. Open your bank app, filter for recurring payments, write them all down, every single one, and then ask one question for each. If this disappeared tomorrow, would I truly miss it? If the answer is no, cancel it. You can always resubscribe later if you really need it. Most of the time, you won't. The fourth leak is time poverty. This one sounds abstract, but stay with me. When you're tired, busy, or mentally drained, you spend more. You pay for convenience, you impulse buy, you outsource small tasks you could handle yourself. Not because you're lazy, because you're depleted. After a long day, cooking feels like climbing a mountain, so you order food. After a stressful week, buying something new feels like relief. After working overtime, spending feels justified. I deserve this. And sometimes you do. But if your life is structured in a way that constantly drains you, spending becomes your coping mechanism. I've noticed this in my own life. When I sleep well, exercise, and have margin in my schedule, my spending drops naturally. I cook more, I plan better, I think twice. When I'm overwhelmed, my card comes out faster. So part of plugging the $2,000 lifestyle leak isn't about money at all. It's about energy. Are you building a life that constantly exhausts you? Because exhaustion is expensive. The actionable step here is simple but not easy. Protect your energy like it's income. Set boundaries at work when you can. Build small recovery rituals into your week. Even something as basic as meal prepping on Sunday can save hundreds. Money decisions are often energy decisions in disguise. The fifth leak is the "it's just this once" habit. This one is sneaky. It's the spontaneous weekend trip, the flash sale, the limited time offer, the event tickets you didn't plan for. And each time you tell yourself it's not a regular thing. But when you zoom out, you realize just this once happens every month. And each time it's 200 here, 300 there. I'm not saying never be spontaneous. Some of the best memories come from unplanned moments. But spontaneity without a buffer creates stress. If you want freedom, build a spontaneity fund. Literally name a savings bucket that. Put aside a small amount each month specifically for unplanned fun. That way, when something comes up, you're not dipping into rent money or credit. The leak isn't fun. The leak is unplanned fun. There's a difference. Now, here's the part most people don't expect. The $2,000 lifestyle leak isn't just about losing money. It's about losing optionality. $2,000 invested every year earning a modest return, over 20 years, that's tens of thousands, maybe more. That's a career pivot, a business idea, a safety net, a plane ticket to a new chapter of your life. When you leak money slowly, you leak freedom slowly. And because it's gradual, you don't feel the loss. That's the tragedy. So what do we actually do? We don't panic, we don't go extreme, we don't turn into that person who refuses to buy coffee ever again and lectures everyone about compound interest. We just tighten the system. Audit convenience, audit subscriptions, audit comparison-driven upgrades, protect your energy, create a spontaneity buffer. That's it. Small awareness, small adjustments. Honestly, when I first realized how much I was leaking through small comforts, I felt a little stupid. Like, how did I not see this? But then I realized it's designed to be invisible. Modern life makes spending frictionless. One click, auto-renew, tap to pay. It's not that you're bad with money, it's that the system rewards inattention. So here's the quiet shift I want you to make. Instead of asking, can I afford this? Ask, is this aligned with the life I'm building? That question changes everything. Because sometimes the answer is yes, and that's fine, spend proudly. But sometimes the answer is no, and that's where your future gets funded. At the end of the day, the $2,000 lifestyle leak isn't dramatic, it's not flashy, it's not something you'll post about. It's small. But small things repeated daily shape your entire trajectory. And if you can plug just one or two of these leaks this month, you're not just saving money. You're buying back options. You're buying back calm. You're buying back the ability to say yes to something bigger later. And honestly, that's worth way more than $2,000.